Welcome to the Ice Turner Experience. I'm your host with the most. I'm also your favorite content creator's favorite content creator to imitate. That's another conversation. I don't think I can name too many people that I have influenced. But again, that's another conversation. But what I want to get into today and in this moment is some game. So, what is good game to you? Well, guess I'm just going to introduce you to what is good game to me. Now, did you know that your presence speaks volumes? Because the energy behind it is often heard louder than your words. Well, to a woman at least. See, this is how or where the term good vibes only derives from, right? See, a woman is not necessarily caught up in your words per se. More so, it's the energy behind your presence. Now, what I'm going to do is to reintroduce you to good vibes, vibrational sound. So in other words, you get exactly what your vibration commands in your conversation. See, for most men, it's a privilege. As for men, such as myself, it's our divine right to have it no other way but the way that we intended in the first place. See, a woman can actually feel the texture and the words as if it was braille behind what you're saying. That is also why some don't trust your words, because they are not sound enough to come across as an action. So women say that to, analyze your actions because they don't really trust your words. Because your energy is not aligned. Because you don't own your energy. You don't own yourself because you don't know yourself. I'm going to get into that in a few moments. Now, you probably didn't know that your energy is an action. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't really know that. Often women tell me that they love the way that I do me. And the funny thing about it is usually our first encounter. Man, you have to be there to know it. See, because there's levels to this game, just like there's levels into that chick. And as far as ice goes, I'm as high as it gets and as deep and as penetrating as it gets. See, the phallus in my pants is exactly the same size or has the same level of effect as the phallus of my mind. See, that's big dick talk. That's in your conversation. See, I'm actually stroking her with the conversation. I'm stroking her with the energy. in my conversation and my vibe. You dig? I'm just going to let that one breathe just for a second. And as of right now, you probably figured out that I'm rather bold, but yet modest, but clear and concise with my conversation. So what does that actually say to the woman? That I exude strength, power, and honesty, and integrity. See, that right there alone defines gravity. Unlike the others who sounds void or hollow in their talking points, in their conversations, because they're overselling themselves. And women can feel the difference. Intuitively, they know the difference. They know the difference between a facade and a god. As I've stated before, they will either be drawn into you or repelled by you. I'm going to say that again. They will either be drawn into you or repelled by you. So it really doesn't make a difference on what you say or what you do. You got it, sport? Now I'm going to break down the science of this sub-zero charisma that I possess. See, it is something that is, I would consider magnetic, as a magnetic force field in nature, perpendicular to velocity and magnitude as a light being. So my likeness is as is of a trillion-watt light bulb. And on top of that, I got a cold mouthpiece that derives from my cold mental piece. So when I pull her to the side, she has nothing but to do freeze in that moment. Now back to that thing that I was just talking about, the vibe, and back to my stipulation in layman's terms. See, in all actuality, I don't think I've ever heard the game be explained quite like that. I guess that would put my repertoire in that 1 percentile rank. Don't you think? Don't you believe now? See, my question to you is, do you own yourself? Do you own your energy? See, knowing that right there, you can actually talk that special cloth talk. Because until you own your own fabric, you clown your garments. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think that's the reason why there's people buying these books on how to interact with a female that was designed specifically to service you in pleasure and in purpose. Yeah. Thank God that I am that I am. See, as I said before, I self-law am master. That means anything within my 360-degree radius is influenced and subdued by the vibration of my presence. Then my conversation is basically the cream and the cherry on top. I'm just gonna let that one minister to you. See, it's not only being true to who you are, it's also knowing who you are, owning who you are. See, the more you are in tune with that, the more you're inclined to saying less. It's really that simple. The better I've known myself over the year, the less I've actually had to say. See, I'm not a man of many words, but when I do speak, everybody listens. Because I command that attention. Because I have that power. Now that right there is the perspective of the game, the possession of the game, and the position of my rank. See, the more godly you are, the more potent your game is. Because the game is based on what you embody. It's not a technique. It's not a strategy. It's actually, it's the breath of life. Conveyed in your own style, your own flow, your own concept. See, the more independent you are with that concept, the more limitless your power is in that you do. Church.